It's the first leg of the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal between LAFC and Toluca is underway. LAFC in black, Toluca in white, and LAFC made history in the last round. It was the first time the defending champion long to Chouanier, and he's dumped to the turf. Ismael Cornejo will give the first foul of the game.
This team back and healthy off the back of that Achilles injury from last season.
And it goes sideways for Chouanier. He'll hook that back in. Long was rising up there over the back of Ruiz. It'll be a foul committed by Aaron Long and a free kick for Toluca.
On midfielders that are trying to find that little space. Or a ball, is that going to stay in for Elinho?
Ruiz, who sent it to him. It's good work by Schaffelberg. Elinho was trying to play it off the ball and he's able to find Tillman and not give it away. Although Tillman's ball backwards is a giveaway. It's Paulinho now. That was an important block by Tafari. Tillman remains down. It stays in play. Delgado cleans it up for Long. Schaffelberg under pressure. It'll end up as a goal kick there. That could have been terrific for LAFC and terrifying for them in about 2 seconds. Martinez with 3 for company, and he's tripped up.
That's part of something that you mentioned there, John, about on the last foul on David Martinez was about how, the referee's going to handle some of these different fouls in different moments. It's important to consider as well. Look, accumulation doesn't mean just one player. If there's multiple fouls from different players on one player, you're going to start to see those yellow cards come out pretty soon.
Son Heung-min, 12 assists in all competitions in 14 games this year. He leads the Champions Cup in assists. He leads MLS in assists. This one's from an awful long ways out. He'll sweep this along towards Tillman. That's slashed off Gallardo. Ruiz, the big pocket of space, and he'll let it fly, put it in the stand. That's the first shot of the game from either side, 20 minutes in.
We'll get back to that in a minute.
Son Heung-min has Palencia out to the far side. Might not need him, pulls it wide. That's the first shot of the game for LAFC.
Son Heung-min is, I think that speaks to a little bit of a frustration of hasn't been involved much in the game, gets his first look at goal, but you can see.
Young player just made his debut in January. Gallardo whips that cross in. It's going to come in behind, and yet his manager yesterday, Antonio Mohamed, said we expected 4. We were surprised that only 2 of our players were picked for that World Cup squad, as Toluca will have their first corner of the game. Is Jesus Ricardo Angulo to take, not to be confused with Jesus Alberto Angulo of Tigres. Angulo's outswinger. Ruiz will get there and took a deflection and will be out for another as it came off Chouanier.
Got Romero on the top of the box and a lot of space right now.
In and out swinger. That's Porches, a strong header out.
Mohamed's system.
Ruiz up the gun. Paulinho losing his angle, cuts it back in. That was an important interception from Tafari because that was Nicolas Castro who had eyes for goal in the end of it.
Yeah, LAFC just look out of sorts. You feel it. Just how they're panicked in possession. It's long balls, it's turnovers. But they still have
Lopez under some pressure there. Porches has 2 runners. Martinez will chase, and Lopez just sweeps it away. Now they are going to go for the long throw, LAFC. After not doing this earlier, they're going to send all 3 center backs upfield for this. Sergio Palencia is going to try to load up the catapult now.
Looking for Porches or Aaron Long here.
Gets knocked down awkwardly. Gets flicked along. It's Tillman, and he puts it wide. Timmy Tillman best chance of the game so far for
That can be the difference sometimes. You know, you're struggling to create things from open play. How about that long throw, knock it down, cause some chaos. Tillman drifts away at this back post, has a great look at it. He has so much time, that almost too much time. He's waiting for the ball to come down so he can stay over the top of it.
Now the pace is picking up. The race will just punch it long. And once again, it's an errant shot. That was from Castro.
Yeah, he'll shoot from anywhere. The sequence there. Toluca's starting to ramp up the speed and the intensity. Really putting some pressure on some quick, decisive movements. As you look at the chance from Tillman again, and he knows it. You can see in his face. That's
to knock that away. Martinez takes a hard knock there, and he's holding his back. Free kick, LAFC.
Staying tight, staying compact, not conceded, and really dangerous opportunity from this.
Elinho will play this in, gets knocked down there. It's a far eye will clear. That was Castro. Just seemed a bit unsure what he wanted to do with it.
It's almost the commentators jinxing.
It's a far eye, forces a mistouch from Paulinho. Delgado, Ruiz goes to ground. Chouanier trying to wedge it away. Tillman throws his body in. Two LAFC players are down. The long retreats into Lloris. And this is going to come back for a free kick here. Free kick for LAFC on the way. So deep to the far post. Porteous will get there. He just couldn't quite time it to drive it back across, and it ends up out.
Inside through Boanga. I just find that even when he drops underneath, he's not really got as many options running off him, running in behind, being a threat. Great touch.
And then Palencia tackles it out of Gallardo for a Toluca corner. Hugo Lloris, the World Cup winner. It'll be the first World Cup in 20 years without him this summer. Getting set now is Jesus Angulo. Comes over to the far side to take it. He was a part of the León team that won the Champions Cup final in this building 3 years ago. Angulo's out swinging to the near post, takes a flick right in front, save Lloris! It's still on the doorstep, he saved it again! Toluca cannot believe they haven't scored.
Just denied by greatness here. Toluca right on the doorstep. One save. How about the second? The second's even better. The first one's, it's at him. It's still a tough save. Quick reaction with the left foot. Ross to save that one from Gallardo. Wow. The only reason this game's scoreless is Hugo Lloris right there. Absolutely incredible.
Another corner comes in. Ruiz couldn't get the flick. Elinho control to the edge of the box. Angulo. It takes a deflection. Lopez trying to control, doesn't turn. Angulo running in. Martinez with the tackle. Fans behind the goal on that side. At least the fans wearing red will howl. Hugo Lloris
found a way to scramble across his goal after making that save, and even behind the goal.
As Gallardo crosses in for Paulinho into Tafari, just enough of a touch.
I actually feel bad even taking a tiny bit of credit away from him. I said the first one was at him. He actually had to quickly react and found a way to scramble across his goal after making that save, and even behind the goal.
As Gallardo crosses in for Paulinho into Tafari, just enough of a touch.
I actually feel bad even taking a tiny bit of credit away from him. I said the first one was at him. He actually had to quickly react with his left hand to extend from his body from about 5 yards away. Just sensational.
1 added minute at the end of the first half. Half which has been statistically dominated by the visitors. So to your point, what sort of changes might LAFC make at the break, knowing how important it is for them to take an advantage down to the mountains of Mexico for the second leg a week from tonight? Still a few seconds left for Toluca to create one last chance. No. There is the whistle. It's the World Cup winner that is the hero so far tonight. After the break, our studio crew, led by our host for the evening, Alexi Lawless, will give you their thoughts on what we've seen so far. 45 minutes down, 45 to go in downtown LA.
That is the away goal and how important that is. So sure, LAFC keep yourselves in it, try and find a goal, but conceding, that makes the mountain that much bigger.
Here's Jacob Schaffelberg now, quickly forward. It's a great cross. It's spilled, and Son Heung-min was in the area. Luis Garcia needed 2 attempts to get in.
Well, that's the type of start you want. You get Schaffelberg high up the field, puts a dangerous ball in. You would expect that there was going to be a little bit of disjointedness and what that relationship straight away. Already seeing Tillman higher and more inside, Schaffelberg much wider.
Valencia, another great cross, and it's a miss. It's Tillman again.
Well, find him inside, playing now on the shoulder of some defenders. Something to think about at the back. Look at Son and Tillman. Now you got 2v2. And he finds a great run. That's a great ball from Valencia. 2 chances now from Tillman. And that one, I think that's a better chance than the one he had in the first half. It meets him.
He is wrapped up by Everardo Lopez there. He's barking at the referee about it. It's another hit pass, although maybe Castro thought he was offside. He didn't really make a play for it. Porteous plays it right into Angulo.
A bit of a frantic sequence going on here. Ball's bouncing around. Now we're going to get a foul call and another foul after the play. Valencia taking some contact there too. Looked like his neck area almost on that challenge.
It was a little bit late for Kyle.
A little bit late.
Porteous for Tillman. Missed it, got it back. He's got Palencia running, had to wait for it. Sergio Palencia now off balance cross, falls for Son Heung-min. Here's Tillman, his 3rd chance, he scores! Timmy Tillman just needed to get to that 3rd opportunity to give LAFC the home lead.
A short memory, and by that I mean when that next chance comes, can you be ready? A little bit of a broken play. First ball pops up to Tillman. Cross from Palencia, bounces off somebody's back, but it falls at the feet of Tillman, and in that moment he has calm. Settles it. That first touch is just lovely. A little chest to set himself up for the volley. Strikes over the top, not leaning back, laces right through the ball, finding the corner, and even in that moment you see Garcia is just shielded by the defenders in front of him. Really clever finish. Great execution and great technique from Timmy Tillman, who could quite
a few times tonight, Son Heung-min has pulled all the way out wide to get on the ball. Hands it off for Martinez. Hands it off for Palencia. Again, it's a great cross. It's Schaffelberg. It's 2 for LAFC. Barely 2 minutes apart.
commitment to attack. It's going to be one fullback crossing to the other fullback. This is just an excellent move. The ball here from Martinez, so good. Drives inside to create the space then for Palencia. And it looks like he's just onside and involved in the play or not. But that's Delgado crashing the box. And that creates the space then for Schaffelberg at the back post, who we barely saw in the attack in the first half. And are there to arrive on time. Great finish low and hard underneath Garcia to that back post. But that move from LAFC is sublime. Now this goal is being checked still on that offside call there. And I think that would be on Delgado, who would be considered involved in the play. With Simon right around the goal in the 6-yard box. And that took him out of the game and created the space for Schaffelberg. So we'll see what happens here. But what a goal that was.
And I mean, Pineda, the video assistant referee, is having a look at it. You don't get the semi-automated offside technology here as you do in Europe, and so you're replacing the electronic lines.
And one of the things that will be interesting, I almost felt like Eduardo Lopez, his left foot is kind of back and is maybe what ends up keeping Delgado onside here. It's too tight, and considering also that angle we have is not right down the line, and they're not going to have that look. So this is the 18 cam, and it's this moment here.
And is he behind the ball? His knee is part of it too.
That's a good point. Where that ball was coming from, that's, I think, going to be the main consideration there, because if it was the timing of the ball, I think he would have been off. But
is he active and involved in the play?
I think so.
If he's in an offside position,
I would consider him, yes.
Still, we are waiting for final confirmation.
Some line going on in that VAR room right now. Mark Dos Santos trying to talk him off it.
It's tough because you're measuring by inches in a way that makes it very difficult to measure by inches. And that's part of why it takes so long, because there's a lot at stake on a very, very tiny amount of space.
But how about LAFC? Just what we talked about. Get that one goal, don't stop, go for another. The whole move, the way Son finds Martinez. Martinez, such a savvy play, great touch. The easy thing would be to do is say, I'm going to take my defender on. No, he knew that he had the overlapping run from Sergio Palencia, which was, and then the ball too. That low and hard ball fizz. Oh, it looks like we might have, the way he's moving.
He just wanted to get away from the player so he could hear him.
That's also true. I don't know if that's going to help you at all in this building right now. It's bumping. I also don't love that we're taking so long here.
We're approaching 4 minutes since the goal was scored.
I was going to say,
it's so close, in fact, that Ismael Cornejo is going to come look at the monitor. So,
but this is another thing I don't love. If it's that close, it should be able to be seen by the VAR.
But here's the question: is this a matter of on or off? Is this a matter of is he active or not? Perhaps as well.
Yeah. Well, you can see
this could be a factual decision where the VAR just tells the ref it is what it is.
So if what they're saying there by that line is that he's off, I don't know why the referee needs to see that. That would just be that it's off. And the Toluca bench, by the way, right below us, making it pretty clear. They just kicked the ball all the way back to Garcia, saying that that's offside. So I think you're right. I think it's about the consideration, is he involved in this play? And why I would say I think he is involved is that Simon has to make that run to the near post there around the middle of the goal to try to deal with Delgado. So if you're saying that he's in an offside position,
and if there's contact,
I think that, he wouldn't be making that run otherwise if he wasn't in that position and before the ball gets to Schaffelberg.
This is clearly not straightforward, though, for Ismael Cornejo, because he continues to look at it.
They're also looking at potentially maybe, is this a foul on Simon? Look how he knocks Delgado before he gets to the ball. It's safe to say there's a number of things going on, but I'm also reading in that something is going on in that they're showing this sequence over and over here. Now you're going to get another look at it. So maybe they've cleared the offside part. They're trying to decide if that's...
It's been over 5 minutes since the goal was
scored. It's a long time.
But again, this is, you're trying to be 100% sure. This is not hunting for clear and obvious errors. This is being 100% sure, given the stakes of the situation,
there we go,
that we get the call right. No goal. Offside. And by the narrowest of margins, LAFC are denied that second goal. This battling there with Son Heung-min. Good touch by Martinez to open it up wide for Palencia. Into the space for Tillman to chase. Mendes comes across to defend. LAFC get a throw. And again, they'll bring the big bodies forward here.
And they've caused some havoc in these situations. It's a really good throw that Sergio Palencia has. Also, you got some big targets up there. Now you've got Tafari, Porches, Aaron Long's finding a way. He starts on that end line right there and tries to get in behind. He's got Ruiz on him.
Borges gets a flick into a great area. Tafari was reaching for it. Boy, that just sat perfectly in the 6-yard box, and LAFC get to do it again.
And they attack the ball really well. Borges starts deep, so he gets a running start at it. What a header that is, too. Flicking it back in towards the 6-yard box.
Closer to long this time. And it's going to be given as a goal kick or perhaps just a foul on long.
Possession-wise, good ball.
Schwanier finds a channel. Son Heung-min waiting for the support. Cuts it in. It was tried to. Martinez was in space. And just the trailing leg from Everardo Lopez denied Son.
Set these up as...
Well, it's going to be Kenny Nielsen coming in.
Yeah. I would have thought actually maybe leave Aaron Long on for just the corner kick, but Mark Dos Santos going to take him on. Good shift from Aaron Long, building back to full fitness. Third straight game now. I thought he looked really sharp tonight in his minutes. So that's a good sign for LAFC.
But you go from a 33-year-old with a ton of pro experience to a 24-year-old who's making his 8th ever appearance for LAFC. 57th pick of the draft 2 years ago out of Georgetown. Big spot for Kenny Nielsen to be in. As Martinez sends in the corner, Tafari was up for it. And it's whistled for a foul. Plays dead. Paulinho takes the bump from Porteous, and Ismael Cornejo will give the yellow card. Ryan Porteous, yellow cards have been wiped out at the beginning of this round, so if a player is booked in both legs, he would be suspended for the final, but there's no carryover for being 2-0 down earlier in this half. Going to be clipped in by Angulo. Gallardo rising up. Porteous off the thigh. Couldn't get it all the way out. Neither could Schaffelberg. Simone mishits it. Now they're arguing that that took a deflection and should be a corner. It is given as a goal kick. Ruiz able to keep that. Looked like Delgado had him. That makes the pass in for Paulinho. Angulo now. Angulo! What a strike! And the former Champions Cup winner for a Mexican team in this building has tied the first leg of the semifinal.
And in the middle of the field, LAFC, they had Marcelo Ruiz. They'd won the ball back. They're thinking now it's our chance to go on a counterattack. It's a delightful ball you're going to see right here. Wins that ball. Finds a little nutmeg, I think, on Schwanier. Yes, it was. Finds Paulinho, their striker. He drops underneath. Space a little bit vacated now. Angulo picks up the ball. That first touch is even behind him to come back and find that corner. That's a terrific finish, especially against an informed Hugo Lloris, who had some big saves in the first half. Can't get to that one. And Toluca have tied it here, and with an all-important away goal for them as well.
Get there, Martinez on the run. That was Lopez there, just bodying him up. It is going to be not a free kick. LAFC all stopped. They thought
the whistle in the mouth.
They thought it was dead for a foul. That one is a foul. Porteous is down holding his face. LAFC are furious.
Cornejo wants no part of it. He's running away from it. Porteous is still down on the ground. I think the frustration beyond the no call. The no call is fine. I think it was the fact that Ismael Cornejo put his whistle to his mouth and wanted to give a foul action down his card. Not for this one, for the other one. And maybe a little contact after the fact on Porteous' head.
It looked like he was really thinking, and then at the last second was like, no, I'm not going to give it.
Yeah.
Castro. Barbosa drops it off. Romero in for Paulinho, lays it back, just no one there. It was a great spot. Martinez is clipped down by Gallardo. Here comes the sub. And Angulo, the goal scorer, is replaced by the beating heart and soul of this Toluca team, the World Cup bound Alexis Vega. Got that away. Got it back from Delgado. They're lifting up for Bobacy, trying to throw his body in. It's knocked sideways. Schaffelberg thought about taking it first time. It bounced off him. It ball's free to Timmy Tillman from the byline, cutting it back. No one there. I mean, you think about Toluca are used to playing at almost 9,000 feet of elevation. They're like hummingbirds down here. This is easy for them. You can play 2 games.
Well, actually, look here. So they know they've had success with the long throw from Sergi Palencia. So they're bringing him all the way over from the right to the left to make sure they set this up as absolutely a set play.
The youngster Nielsen, who came on to replace Aaron Long, one of the 3 center backs who's come upfield for this. Nielsen sort of bemused as he's getting yelled at by the referee for trying to stake his position in there. 6 minutes plus, you would imagine 5 or 6 minutes at least of stoppage time because of the long VAR review. Valencia gets it in. It's Lopez who headed it out. Valencia backtracking. Eustachio. Goes to the defender. Schaffelberg. It's a good little turn. Hooks in across. Rising up there was a Bobacy. Couldn't hit the target. It is a goal kick.
Great little movement on the outside just to create the space and separation. That touch, boom. He has such a good acceleration with the ball. And then a Bobacy, what a leap from him.
Porches has Palencia. Porches will now overlap Sergi Palencia, who hooks the cross in. Bobacy got there. Couldn't get clean contact. He was working hard on Barbosa to try to get on the end of it. Combination, Son Heung-min, little pocket of space. Nice little move around Barbosa. Still Son Heung-min. Rolls it in. Jacob Schaffelberg, Bobacy's in the middle. It was behind him, that cross, and it was cleared by Lopez out for a corner.
Oh, what a chance. What a chance. What a move. What a ball. Son Heung-min by just driving and beating him out of sequence. But I'm not sure. Is it on? Yeah, Schaffelberg. It would have been on Schaffelberg. Which, yeah, he mishits that ball. It comes off his... Came off his heel. And
Nielsen, it's a lovely ball. Schaffelberg trying to get around Barbosa, blocks him off. Here comes the free kick. Barbosa the yellow.
Now Schaffelberg's been a problem for Toluca on that left side, especially in the second half. Just field taking players on, slashing runs. That's just great. He knows he's got his defender.
Whip this in. Tavares there! The flag stays down! LAFC retake the lead in stoppage time!
Set piece. We'll see if Tafari is onside. Yes, he is. He's kept onside, and it was the right option from Sung. What a ball that is. Low and hard, fizzed towards that black post, and Tafari crashes. There was 3 black shirts that could have gone on the end of this one. Instead of Tafari hits it home at the near post. And for LAFC pushing, what a goal and what a moment that's going to be for them. It was Arce Jr. who kept him onside.
To grab it short. Tillman. Delgado. Lifting it up. Porches knocks it down. It bounced off Tafari. Keeps it in play, Porches. And then it ends up in for Garcia.
Well, that one was off the training ground. You actually just saw the conversation with Delgado before. Wasn't sure what they were telling him, but that was well worked. They got a good look at the back post with Porches there.
It's Garcia's first save of the game, incidentally. LAFC had scored on the only 2 shots on goal that were counted. Technically, they scored on 3. Just one of them was chalked off for offside, and they're about 60 seconds away. But they've got to see this out. Also turned around by Delgado. And they're able to keep it moving forward with the help of Arce. Castro. Trying to get in for Barbosa to the corner. He does. Nielsen defending. Barbosa cutting it back around. Nielsen deflects it, keeps it in play. Son, the outlet. Now Schaffelberg, that was tough for him to deal with. Breaks down there. Schaffelberg trying to recover on Castro. 30 seconds, and then Schaffelberg just forced to commit that foul. He'll take a yellow card. It'll be a free kick coming for Toluca. Vegas ball in, over from Gallardo. And will either of those two even be a part of the second leg? We'll find out. And is that the final action of the first leg? We'll find out. Timmy Tillman early in the second half, and Kosi Tafari late in the second half. Either side of a Jesus Angulo goal. And that is how the first leg of this CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal comes to a close. Ooh boy, is that going to be something down in Toluca.